Coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studio. Nobody be Town Fair Tire. Nobody. This is the Week 4 Fantasy Football Recap and Power Rankings. As always, you know who I am, your commissioner who does everything he can for this league to be good. And starting off with things that are good, we're going to go to matchup Chiquita Banana, 4-0, Luke Bonomo, first place against Skinny Kyle, Mike Russell, 1-3 in ninth place. It was a 106-91 victory for Luke, and Luke had a really balanced attack this week. 24 from Josh Allen, 22 from Jamal Williams, 16 from Saquon, 12.7 from Olave, 11 from Cortland Sutton. I mean, he got a lot out of a lot of guys. He got Stephon Diggs on a below average week. Didn't matter. He still put up 106. Still won pretty comfortably. Now on the flip side here, Mike Russell put up 91.9, a pretty respectable number. It was a weird 91 though, because he got literally 52 points from Pat Mahomes and Austin Eckler. 63 if you include Devontae. So those three guys really carried him. Cam Akers is giving him nothing. Chase Claypool got shut down by the Jets. What else is new? But Russell, 91.9, you're not going to be distraught over that, but it's just not enough when you're going up against a powerhouse like Chiquita Banana. Again, Luke wins 106.12 to 91.96. Next, this was a great matchup, folks. The Battle of Pearl River. Sunday Cookout, Tom Gorman is now 3-1 and in fourth place with 117.48 against. Now here's a guy, Matt Stokes, who's 2-2 and in seventh place, putting up 115.28. Yes, that's right. A difference of 2.2 decided this matchup. Now, looking into the game, Gorman got a lot from pretty much four guys: Burrow, Mike Evans, Miles Sanders, and Travis Kelce. Those guys combined for 50, 70, 85 of his 117, which is pretty good. Nobody else really dudded. Jalen Waddle had a tough week. Los Angeles Rams D had a tough week. But it was enough. He got enough out of them. On the flip side, you want to talk about somebody carrying your team here. Russell Wilson showed up for Matt, which was huge. Got him 26. TJ Hawkinson and the Detroit Never Die Lions put up 32. I mean, that right there, 68 points between two guys, 15 from a defense. It's 83 points from three guys. So, you get that kind of production, and honestly, Brandon Cooks and A.J. Brown gave him another 20. So there's 103 of his 115. He got nothing from his running backs. Jonathan Taylor got hurt. That killed him. James Conner got 7.7. The Arizona Cardinals are the strangest team in football. I don't know anything. I can't figure them out at all. I mean, they beat the Panthers, who are barely an NFL team at the time. But tough week for Matt. You put up 115. You expect to win. It was a good week. But he just ran into his buddy Tom, who put up a 117 spot. So, again, Tom wins 117.48 to 115.28 over Matt. Next, we will go to a battle that came down to Monday night. Gaz's graduation pants, Pat McCann, who's 2-2 and in fifth place, put up 84.16 against Dakota 2, John Tui, who is 2-2 and in eighth place now. Tui wins 95.3 to 84.1. Tui, 95 points. He had quality games from his Packers and Aaron Jones and Allen Lazard getting him about 23. But he really got his points from his kicker and his defense. Brett Maher and San Francisco D got him 37. So between those two and the Green Bay guys, I mean, that's, 60 of his 95. He got pretty pedestrian performances from everyone else. Goddard did okay with 7. But it was enough. His 95.3 was enough to beat Pat in his 84.1. Why? Because Lamar Jackson came back to earth. Because James Robinson came back to earth with 29 yards. Damian Harris had a good week for Pat with 14.4. And Deebo Samuel did everything he could with 17.7. But it wasn't enough. Again, John Tui beats Pat McCann 95.32 to 84.16. Next. The Chosen One, Dylan Pugh, advances to 3-1 and is in second place with a 101.76 this week against Sally Stubbs Salvatore the Dinosaur, who is 1-3 and now in 10th place. Look. Sal has routinely been putting up scores in the 80s. I think he had one week where he might have gotten 90, but it hasn't been rocking for Sal. He's been getting okay performances pretty much every week. He got nothing from Amari Cooper this week. You know, his 82 points, Aaron Rodgers was his highest scorer with 17, and everybody else was like 12, 6, 8, 11, 8, 10, 8. It was just average all around. If he had one guy go off, maybe he has a better shot in this one. But Dylan got, the magic numbers are usually 100. And while Allen Robinson appears to be, dead and forgotten, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and Hollywood Brown are not. They combine to get Dylan 52 points. Defense got him 16. He started the Giants defense against the Bears, who are playing 1930s football. Those were his big hitters. They got him his points. He got nothing from Allen Robinson. He got nothing from Pittman. He got nothing from Herb Smith. But he didn't need anything because why? The rest of his team carried him. So again, Dylan wins 101.76 to Sal's 82.54. Next. I was really hoping to be talking about a win this week. I really, really wasn't. At a certain point on Sunday afternoon, Mooney shot Chris Gazzaro, who was 0-4 and in 12th place with the 73 points this week, had a shot to win. Yes, that is true. You are hearing it live for the first time. He had positive percentage chance to win. But Tucker in the waistband, Kyle, who was 2-2 and in 6th place, ends up putting up a 99.98 spot. It ends up being, unfortunately, again, for Christopher Michael Gazzaro, a blowout. Look, it's tough for Gaz right now. It's tough in the streets. He puts up a 73 spot. He got 11 from his kicker, 10 from his defense, and 25 from Brady. So that right there is 46 of his 73. Man. Javonte got hurt. Najee Harris is just kind of irrelevant. I mean, the Jets bottled him up. The Jets. Chris Godwin, 59 yards. He's hurt every week, though. Tyler Boyd got more passing yards than receiving yards. I mean, it's just nothing's coming up right for Gaz right now. He's injured. He's lucky he drafted A.J. Dillon because now he has a running back to replace Javonte with. But at the same time, he needed to trade A.J. Dillon to get a wide receiver. But he's Gaz. He'll find a way. He always finds a way. You got to find a win. On the flip side, Kyle put up 100 basically. He got good weeks out of Kyler. He got good week out of Tyreek Hill, who's seemingly unstoppable. Deontay Johnson and Rashad Bateman struggled for him, which is potentially going to be a theme of Kyle's team, is Tyreek Hill is the main wide receiver, and the other two just kind of float around and hopefully get enough points. McCaffrey, though, solid as could be, 16.8. Ertz, solid as can be, 10.7. Pretty good week for Kyle outside of the two wide receivers. Everybody really showed up. And Kyle's able to win 99.98 to 73.02. And now a pretty big disparity between yours truly, Broncos Country Let's Ride, who is now 3-1 and in third place, putting up a 119.3, versus African Americans and Mark, Andy Unchained, who is 1-3 and in 11th. Now, I had a good week. Kareem Hunt only got me 6.8, but everybody else, other than Tyler Conklin, was basically in double digits. I had a lot of touchdowns. I had a lot of big plays. Good week for me. And as Charlie Brown once said, everything I touch dies. That is Andy Unchained and his quarterbacks. I'm not trying to make excuses for Andy. 70.3 is bad. He's got about 15 points on Gaz in the total season. It's bad. It's bad. Getting pretty much 15 points on the season from your quarterbacks is going to do that. He had okay weeks from Mike Williams, DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, Cordarrelle Patterson. Of course, Mark Andrews went into witness protection this week, so that definitely didn't help Andy. 70 points. He got nothing from his quarterback and his best player, which is Mark Andrews. Alvin Kamara's hurt. It's been a rough sledge for Andy. It really has been. Not much you can do. I mean, you got to win, so you're at least ahead of Gaz, but you got to start stacking wins. You got to start stacking them fast. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you might play Chiquita Banana next week. So good luck with that. So without further ado, The main reason you're here, the power rankings. Now, I know some of you don't like the power rankings. You think I'm too hard on you. You think I'm too soft on others. That's okay. That's why we do them. And we do them every week because I give fair, stern adjustments when needed to the proper teams deserving to be in first, last, gas, whatever you may be. So without further ado, the power rankings. No surprise here, coming in at 12th, staying where he's been for the first 4 weeks of the year, Christopher Michael Gazzera. Going to 11, back where he belongs, Andy Unchained. At 10, with a win this week, an impressive win nonetheless, moving up, John Itembag Tui, 1 spot. At number 9, for the 3rd or 4th consecutive week, we have Salvatore the Dinosaur. Sal's team just it puts up like 85 a week. That's what it doesn't do worse, doesn't do much better. I got Sal at 9. Many are saying I am the kiss of death to Mike Russell. I don't think that's wrong. I have Russell at 8. He was at 8 last week. He lost this week. He put up 91. I have him at 8. It's still a playoff spot, Mike. I have faith in you, but right now he's at 8. At 7, coming off the loss, I have dropping 2 spots, Matt Stokes, even though it was a good week. Don't get it mistaken. It was a good week for Matt. I just have him as the 7 team right now because he hasn't gotten enough wins to make up for it. So Matt currently number 7. 6, with a win over Christopher Michael Gazzera, I have Kyle Karp, moving up 1 spot. 5, fallen 2 spots, I have Pat McCann after his unfortunate loss to John Tui, a game Pat I think thought he had. And then Monday night happened, San Francisco's D happened, and Pat slips down to number 5. 4, I have yours truly. I had the league's highest scoring week. I'm in 3rd place. I'm 3rd in points. I'm feeling pretty good. It's all going to go to shit. The Mets are going to win the NL East. Book it. Saying it right now. They're going to win it. Braves are going to lose 2 in a row. Mets going to sweep. Tom Gorman at number 3, moving up 1 spot. Tom had a good week. Tom put up 117. Tom got a win. Tom's team is rolling, and he didn't even have much from Dalvin Cook. Tom's team is rolling. At number 2, same as last week, Dylan Pugh. Pretty convincing win over Salvatore. Not going to move in the rankings when you win convincingly, put up 100. Number 2. And number 1, he's still there, folks. Luke Bonomo, number 1, has to be. Most points, about 4-0. Anybody stopping this guy? I don't know. Maybe Gaz. That's how it's got to happen. I don't know. We'll see. So to recap, 12 Gaz, 11 Andy, 10 Tui, 9 Sal, 8 Russ, 7 Matt, 6 Kyle, 5 Pat, 4 me, 3 Tom, 2 Dylan, and 1 Luke. All right, everybody, have a great Tuesday. Don't forget to get your waiver wire picks in. It's very important you do, especially those of you who are struggling right now. I want a competitive league. You have it in you to be competitive. I know it. I've seen it. And good luck. And let's go Mets. Let's go Marlins.